Hey, do you have a mentor? And if you do, what quality of life is really being produced and promoted in that mentoring? What's actually happening? So, hey everybody, if this is your first time live with me, I'm Nancy McCready, and I am so glad to be connecting together here on IG. So listen to me carefully. I am ready to put out a call to action. This is time for real-time engagement with what God is doing inside of you and what He has actually already written down. He's already made provision for it, and He's just waiting for you to begin to pursue, to begin to open that up and to discover what it is that He's already done. So, do you have a mentor? I've been looking lately at some research and some stats, and only 7% of the percentage of those who consider themselves to be real churchgoers, it's about 70% within our nation who consider themselves to be Christians, maybe roughly about 43% who would consider themselves churchgoers, and out of those percentages, only 7% would say that they have someone they consider to be a mentor. I also heard someone say the other day, and of course I loved this, they said the only legitimate shortcut in life is a mentor. I was like, oh yes, I agree. The only legitimate shortcut to the long-term, slow fire of God growing you up is to have someone who's already gone that way and can help open the door for you, who can be someone that you decide as you pursue God out of your freedom, that you say, hey, would you walk alongside me as I freely pursue God? You don't need a guru. You don't need someone that's just going to help you in business and, marketing strategies. You need someone whom God has tagged for your life, right? That He has put in your path, all right, that can begin to really provoke you, develop you in your life with Him. So I always tell people, if God leads you to connect with me, I can guarantee you that means I'm supposed to help you connect to Him. So I know that this is a huge part of what He does. Hey, everybody, I am thrilled to see you on here. I don't know if you can share this while it's going on here on Instagram, but if you can, do it. If not, maybe share it later in your story, that kind of thing from IGTV. So it is so important that we look at what is the quality of those whom you are connecting with, or what is the quality of life that is being produced. When I heard this stat on the 7%, one of the questions they were asking that just so fit with what I am a part of is, what is the quality of the 7% that are connecting with a mentor? Is it simply a Starbucks, coffee every month where you visit for a little bit and you check in? Is it an accountability group? What's the actual quality of it? What is it producing in that 7%? So what I would say to you is that in a lot of ways, even that 7%, that small number that are actually attempting to engage with someone, that it is probably a fairly shallow, limited way of really developing them. And I am not one who's going to offer you a shallow way, all right? Because I can help deliver you from being shallow. I can help you with your stupidity, having been a shallow, stupid person myself, all right? I can tell you that when you begin to move more with God, and if ever we need movement, it is right now. We need the fresh air of movement in this time, is that we need to become the people of depth and the people of stamina that God has called for. Another thing that I've been thinking about is this scripture in Jeremiah 12:5. And it says, but the Lord rebukes Jeremiah's impatience and says, if you have raced with men on foot and they have tired you out, then how can you compete with horses? Oh boy, God is trying to tell us things are about to pick up, my friends. Things are about to go faster, deeper, swifter, sharper. And if you can't handle what's happening now, because this is nothing, my friends, listen to me carefully. What we have been living in and what is going on right now is nothing compared to where we're going. But it is a major awakening, right? It's a major awakening for us for where we're really at. Don't be ashamed if you are in shallow waters, just determined to go into deeper waters. This isn't about shaming and being critical of things. This is about just let's assess, okay, where we're at. This is a part of why God has allowed for the exposure that he has, is so that we can be those who are engaging with a mentor, so that then we can be those who are becoming people of depth and stamina. And we say, whoa, I have just awakened to the fact that I can't even, walk with people on foot without getting tired. So God says, if you have raced with men on foot and they've tired you out, then how can you compete with horses? And if you take to flight, okay, if you run in a land of peace where you feel secure, then what will you do when you walk among the tangled maze of jungle haunted by lions in the swelling and flooding of the Jordan? God is trying to get our attention and say, if you think this is something, just wait, all right? Because right now, my friends, compared to where we're headed right now, and hey to everybody, I'm so glad to have you on here. Compared to where we're headed, this is a walk in the park. And if you are on freak out mode in the park, my friends, what are you going to do when it's time to really scale the mountain, take the city, when it's really time to tread in the jungle with lions on your left and on your right? God is saying, come on, let me develop you. I just got off an appointment. I'm telling you, I just did a live on Facebook on my Move on Monday that I really shared a lot of this there also in a little bit different way. So you might want to go over there and check that out. But I was just on an appointment with somebody because it's really happening, my friends. We're not just talking about this at Nancy McCready Ministries. We're doing it. So I just got off the Zoom with someone who is in deep decisions, and who said to me, Nancy, the Lord is telling me that I'm to gather together a cohort, a discipleship cohort. I need you to help me design it. I was like, really? Like, I love having my dreams come true this early in the morning, okay? So I was like, well, yes, I will be very glad to help you get some structure to that. Because what? I don't tell them what to do. I don't want to be somebody's guru, but I'm telling you, when the person starts to mature, what's in them, boom, starts to mature and starts to awaken. I'm like, yes, this is fantastic. All right. And so they're like really in the throes of trying to get that put together and all of that. It is so powerful to hear what is happening, that they're doing something in the congregation of their church, but they're also got this cohort. And I was like, yes. And so we talked about what that could look like and how that could be structured, because they said this is what they said. They said, I know that God is telling me to give him time to develop his life in me and in this cohort of people, so that we can then turn and strengthen the younger brethren around us. I'm like, goodness, this is so awesome. Because when a person begins to enter in for themselves, this is what begins to happen. They begin to realize God is pouring into me and I have a responsibility to others, but I need to get ready. One of the most brilliant things they said was that in 2021, I'm going to give God time to equip me to get me ready. So I told him, I said, then why don't you become a part of my internship, the School of Internship I'm going to do. It's one of the things that'll happen inside the Producer's Way portal and online school and community that's right now getting developed, getting tweaked, getting produced so that we can begin to go live with it. Now, what you can do today is go over and join the free Facebook group, The Producer's Way. Go over to it, click and join. It's totally free. There's no content on there right now, but that means you'll be on the cutting edge of when we do launch it. You will be able to be one of the first ones that gets information. It'll start coming on there. That's where we'll do some launches, where we'll do some challenges so that people can begin to hear what is some of the content, what's the value that I bring to the table on the Producer's Way that they might want to begin to then go over to the Producer's Way portal and begin to purchase online courses, depending if they meet the qualifications or not, maybe become one of the elite people that's already entered in for themselves, that's going to be a part of the internship. And some of you out there know who you are, right? So there's all different ways, because I am under serious obligation to get this work out on a grander scale, because that 7% needs a deeper work. Those that are already wanting to engage with mentors, I want to see that 7% begin to go deeper, and then I want to begin to see that percentage increase. And it's already happening. Just yesterday, I got word that there's a whole new state in the United States that's going to open up. I just got back from Iowa yesterday of 2 days of strategy meetings with several leaders. I just got back from my third trip into Europe, into Poland, strategizing for what's about to happen there in 2021. Here in Texas, what God is doing is opening up. God is getting things ready, and I want you to know what's available. I want you to hear me say loud and clear, this is a call to action. And I'm saying to you that connecting with me, okay, let me put it this way, that you want to go deeper with Him and connect more with me, okay? There is a call to action. And it's like when you see a rock climbing wall and you have to put your foot here on this little nudge, this little edge, and then you put your hand on the next one, and then you're able to move your next hand and take your next step with your left foot and then your right foot. And you can picture that. That's a part of what I'm talking about. It's time to take action. It's time to find that next handhold, that next foothold, that you can begin to actually begin, not just climb the ladder of success, my friends, but to begin to scale the ladder of influence and impact, because I'm here to produce producers. Okay? How sad it would be if I was the only one. That would be sad. I want to, probably more behind the scenes than in front of the scenes, to be able to pour into people so that then they can pour into others. So here are the ways that you can do that. You can go to the Producer's Way free Facebook group. Click join, and then we'll get you approved, and you'll be in there, and you'll be ready for when we start releasing content, when we start releasing information. We begin to launch the Producer's Way, which is an online school and community. All right. And there's also the Tent Talk podcast. You can go to nancymccready.com, to my website. You can hit the podcast button, and you can begin to listen to the podcasts that are dropping fresh here all the month of September. Just hit subscribe, and every Friday, that fresh episode that drops will alert you, and you can begin to listen to the series, The Season of Sons. We are in it, and this is real time, and I want you to be able to hear some of that. You can also be a part of our end-of-year giving campaign. I have set as my goal on my end-of-year giving campaign for the month of December is to raise $30,000. Not for the whole year, for December. Listen to me carefully. I have an obligation to reach. I am building streams of income that are going to come in. We have partners that make that happen. So there's a lot that's going on there that you're going to be hearing more about in the month of December, so that you could decide, would Nancy McCready Ministries have the honor and the privilege of being a recipient of your special year-end tax-deductible contributions that you're looking to make before December 31st. If we could be a recipient of that giving, how privileged and honored we would be. And then we would love to invite you to come in and be a recurring monthly partner. No amount is too big or too small. We're already about 5,000 to 8,000 into our goal of 30,000, and the month has just started. So I'm in big faith for what God is doing and where we are going. So you have that opportunity to also connect and be a part of that. So Tent Talk is free. The Producer's Way Facebook group is free. All right? Come on, take advantage of those things. Respond to this call to action. Respond to it, not just with an emoji, although I love emojis. I'm saying to you, begin to respond to this call to action. Put your hand in that next hold. Put your foot in that next foothold and begin to scale your mountain, scale your ladder of influence, of production, of discipleship, of development and maturing. And I hope that it's with me. Unashamedly, unapologetically, I say, I hope that you choose to connect with me at Nancy McCready Ministries. Again, you can go to nancymccready.com and pretty much everything is there. You can download the free PDF. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of the website, you will see where you can enter in your email address, become a part of the emails that we send out, where it gives you lots of opportunity, lots of things, and you can also get the free PDF on building cultures of personal and corporate discipleship. There's a lot of ways that you can begin to connect. So I hope that you will. All right? So, my friends, it's time for the slow fire of discipleship to spread like wildfire. It is time. I'm so glad you were on with me today. I'm headed out to more appointments to talk with people that are taking action and responding. I hope it's going to be you, the next person maybe that I hear from. Come on, respond to this. Go join the Facebook group. Send me an email with 2 or 3 sentences just saying what you heard in this, maybe what it spoke to you, what you're thinking. You won't know what is possible, my friends, until you put a demand upon the very opportunities that God is putting right in front of you for this time of history. All right? I love you, and I appreciate us being together right here on Instagram today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.